It's the Warhipster here, coming at you with another Contrast Plus painting tutorial from Armageddon and the 41st millennium. Yes, we are back once more with the Orks, and we've got the all-new Bannernob that we're painting up today. Here it is. Absolutely beautiful model. I think this one's fantastic. I really like it, and it's been sent to me early by Games Workshop to build up and paint with all of you as part of the Armageddon box, and that's exactly what we're going to do starting now. So he has been primed in Wraithbone, and today we're going to be painting him in the colours of the Bad Moons. And as ever with Orcs, what we're going to do is we're going to start with all the flesh, and the colour we're going to be using first is Orruk Flesh. It's not a contrast paint, it is in fact a base paint, and we're going to be applying this over top of all of the orc skin. Now this might take 2 thin coats, that's okay. Just wait till it's fully dry to apply the second coat to get a nice strong orcish green skin. So with that all done, we're then going to take a roughly 2 parts Lamia medium to 1 part Ork Flesh mix. And we're going to apply this over the top. So now that he's mean and green, what we're going to do next is we're going to take some Black Legion. We're going to apply this over top of his hair. Well, actually, I should really start that again. Our next colour is going to be Black Legion, as we've already started. Now we're going to be applying this over quite a few details. It's not just a simple matter of the hair. So applying this over top of the hair. We're applying this over top of his trousers. We're applying this over top of his right shoulder, our left. We're going to apply this over top of the casing of his shooter on his back. We're going to apply this over top of his fingernails. And on the banner, we're going to apply this over the top of any trim. So we've got this kind of stitching down the side, but we have a little bit of trim around this section in the middle as well. We've also got this little square here, and we've got the head of the orc on the top, but not the iron gob. With that all done, we're then going to take some Ratling Grime. We're going to apply this over top of his shirt and the grips of his axe and the grip of the banner. And with that Ratling Grime all applied, we're then going to take some Cygor Brown. We're going to apply this over top of all of the remaining leather details. And so with all that Cygor Brown applied, what we're now going to do is we're going to work on all the yellow. Now every picture reference I've found has the yellow as being really, really warm, and Bad Moon Yellow is not that. So what we're going to have to do instead is use my favourite of the yellow paints, which is Imperial Fist. And we're going to apply this over top of pretty much all of the non-metallic details that remain. So we're going to be applying this over top of all of the armour plates. We're going to be applying this over top of the banner as well. And so with all that Imperial Fist applied and dry, we're then going to take a roughly 1-to-1 mix of Larmian Medium and Iyanden Yellow. And we're going to apply this over the top of all the yellow. So with that all done, our next colour is going to be some Guilliman Flesh, because we keep forgetting to do it. And we're going to apply this over the top of the teeth and that bottom lip. Next up, we take some Skeleton Horde, and we apply this over top of all the bones and the horns as well. With that all done, our next colour is going to be some Flesh Tearers Red. We're going to apply this over top of this square up here on the banner, but we're also going to apply this over top of these two squares as well. And so with that all done, we are now going to take some thinned down Iron Warriors. We are basically going to be applying this over top of all of our remaining details. Now we do actually have a couple more metallics that we're going to apply, but they're not huge amounts. So we're just going to get this over top of everywhere that's left, excluding as well, I should point out, the stitching that's on the banner. We're going to do that slightly differently. So with that all done, we're then going to do one of those alternate metallics, which is going to be some thinned down Castellax Bronze. And we're going to apply this over top of this sort of barrel, basically, of the shooter. Like that. And we're also going to apply this over top of this power cable on the axe. Like that. And so with that all done, it's time to apply a shade. And that's going to be some Agrax Earthshade. We're going to apply this over top of all of the metallics. And we're going to apply this over top of all of that stitching. As well as that one last square. I should point that out really. So with that all done, our Bannernob is now what I would call a Warhipster battle ready. He's looking pretty good. However, I'm not going to leave him there. No, we're going to take him to the next level. We're going to do this by adding some layers and some highlights. Now the first of these is going to be a layer. It's going to be some thinned down Orruk Flesh. And we're going to use this to relayer the wide open muscles on the skin. Just leaving the recesses alone. With all that Orruk Flesh applied, we are then going to take some thinned down Ogryn Camo. I'm going to use this to highlight all the skin. That Ogryn Camo all applied, we are then going to take some thinned down Evil Sunz Scarlet, and we're going to apply this as a highlight to all of our red details, but also I'll apply this over the top of his eyeballs. And with that all done, our next task is to take a little bit of some thinned down Flayed One Flesh and use this to highlight that bottom lip. And with that now done, we're going to take some thinned down Flash Gitz Yellow. I'm going to use this to highlight all of the yellow. So with that all done, we're now going to take some thinned down Screaming Skull. And we're going to use this to pick out the stitching on both the trousers and on the banner. We're going to use this to highlight the teeth, and we're going to use this to add some spot highlights to all the yellow. With that all done, we are now going to take some thinned down Mournfang Brown. I'm going to use this to highlight all of the brown. With that all done, we are now going to take some thinned down Dawnstone, and we're going to use this to highlight all of the soft black details. This is going to be the hair, the banner, and the trousers. And with all that Dawnstone applied, we then, for all the hard black details, so the casing of the weapon, this shoulder, and the head at the top there, we're going to use some thinned down Russ Grey. With that Russ Grey all applied, we then take some thinned down Administratum Grey, and we use this to add some spot highlights to both sets of black details. And with that all done, we're now going to take some Fulgurite Copper. I'm going to use this to pick out the wiring over here on the axe. And with that all done, we then take some thinned down Runelord Brass, and we use this to highlight the Castellax Bronze bits that we haven't done with Fulgurite Copper. And finally, to finish off our Bannernob, we're going to take some thinned down Iron Breaker, and we use this to highlight all the silver. And there we have it. The base is now finished in the same style as the rest of our orcs, and we've got a little short video on that coming if you want to see how to do the basing. And we've also applied the decals because, of course, look at that big expanse of the banner that needed a decal right in the middle. But these are included in the box, so there's no worries about that. And I think it looks fantastic. I really love yellow and orcs. You know, like the Iron Jaws and stuff. I think it's such an award-winning combination. If you enjoyed this video, you love the channel, and you'd like to support me further, you absolutely can do so by heading to patreon.com/Warhipster, just like all of these wonderful, amazing people have done. And alternatively, you could become a YouTube channel member by clicking on the join button below, exactly like these fabulous folks have done, scrolling up on the screen before you. There are so many of you out there that it really takes my breath away, and I cannot thank you enough for everything you do, as without you I wouldn't be able to keep making these Contrast Plus videos. And if you really like this video and you want to send me a little thanks, just click on the thanks button just below this video. Don't forget to share it, like it, comment on it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and to make sure you stay up to date, don't forget to click the bell icon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon in the next one. Happy wargaming.